Hello, Francesca Ragucci here, owner of Francesca Ragucci Marketing. Today, I'm sharing with you the real reason why I'm starting a podcast. So I recently made an announcement that it's official. I'm starting a podcast. Podcast title, Redefine Your Reputation with Francesca Ragucci. The podcast premise is about the luxury sector in real estate, hotels, fashion, and technology, and talking about how to intuitively identify behavior and strategically plan your business for impact and growth on platforms like social media and Alexa, and also continuing to just create conversation around this. However, what led me to positioning my podcast in such a way? To be honest, the subject matter of this podcast, the intention is very easy and it came very natural because when working with clients nationwide from the East and West Coast and growing my business and happily being a part of different sectors in luxury like real estate, hotels, and residential hotels, I am learning more strategies and really understanding the intuitive energy of social media and behavior that one has on there in that specific market and in other markets as well. So I really started this podcast to help position myself in a way of business where opportunity comes about. It's a way that you and I can have direct conversation through the podcast about in-depth topics. It's a way for you to, be in the car or in between meetings or at the gym, wherever you love to listen to podcasts, and just put this on and have this as a way to reinvigorate you with marketing as well as social media. And it's also a way for you to grow your experience with online and transfer that to in person. For me personally, along my business journey, I'm at a place where my business is gratefully growing on the East and West Coast with partnering with clients in a variety of different markets, cities, suburban, rural areas, second home markets, and more. So I definitely am in a place where I'm confident and comfortable with talking about different topics that are more in depth than what you see on my current social media platform or my YouTube or even my articles. And this is a way to provide a little bit more value to you. For my personal journey, it's also a way to open myself up to speaking engagements and other opportunity that comes about with podcasts. Podcast is a very special, unique place because it is only audio. Now, I can certainly write an article about my podcast. However, it's different. It's only audio. So it's a way for you to listen to, whether it's a 10-minute podcast, an hour, a half hour, however long I decide to make it. The behavior of podcast is a lot of traditional podcasts that you listen to are anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, or perhaps there are episodes that are between 7 and 10 minutes. So long form conversation is welcome. And the nature of the platform is very conversational. So for me, it'll be more of a place for conversation. I'm going to bring up my business slightly and reference my website for a place for you to learn more or contact me or just explore more strategy. Also using other platforms like my social media, YouTube channel, or articles as a way to go more in depth and educate you about my business and educate you about, the client process and the types of clients that my business works with. So there are places for that. There are places for strategy discussion and conversation. However, the real reason why I started is because my desire is to go more national. My desire is to have a business presence, solidified business presence, myself in person there on the West Coast in California and New York City. My desire is to be in office, have a team in office in California and New York City, because both of these markets are top tier markets. My desire is to be in a place and experience the energy fully because of, living there as well as working there and traveling to clients in these places. I see a lot of my clients attend national events and conferences. Many of them have a location on the West Coast in Los Angeles or Las Vegas and in New York City. Both of these cities are great hybrid places. They're great meeting spots for many people on the East Coast gather to New York City because it's a happy medium or a middle point to meet with a lot of their connections who are out of state. And same thing with Los Angeles. Both of these markets are very lively in different ways. They have a lot of natural elements, business is flourishing. They're very different because the East and West Coast lifestyle are very different. However, they are those places where new apps, new technology, new trends, new fashion, new is there first. So my desire is to have my business in both of those markets, as well as expanding outwards into other cities and states that are surrounding, but have an office there and my own presence there in a more regular fashion to experience that type of market and also to grow as a person, discover more, and continue to grow my business as an agency and as a collaborative working environment, and have a place for my clients to come to my office, or have a place for an individual who wants to interview me for a podcast come to my office, or have a video studio in the office, or have a speaking opportunity or like a first time meeting there. So the opportunities are really flourishing, and this is something that honestly I've been manifesting for easy 5+ years, like a really long time for me. I'd say even longer, since I was a young child. My first desire was to go to New York. When I was a young child, I had that real manifestation at first and said, my desire is to go to another city. My desire is to go to New York, because I said this in another video, is when I was a young child, my my select career path that I was very specific about when I was a young child was to be a fashion designer. And I'm talking about elementary school into middle school and high school. And then I realized that the reason why I wanted to be a fashion designer was less because of the drawing and the sketching of fashion and really being hands-on with that process. It was because a lot of the fashion designers who I was following, and still currently am following their journeys, because they have really bold presence, they have integrity, and they have courage, and they put themselves out there. And their mindset is something that clicked really well with me, which is what segued me into owning my own business and having a primary focus in the luxury sector. So it's basically I've been educating myself in the luxury sector since I was in elementary school. So number one, that's an office on the East and West Coast in New York City, as well as LA. Number two is to have the opportunity to grow more when it comes to business opportunity and speaking. So speaking at, let's say, prominent conferences that are known in industries like real estate and hotel. It's very interesting. My life path is really an interesting one, because a lot of what has conspired and is conspiring right now, it came interestingly enough, it came with ease. So focusing primarily in a real estate fashion, which a lot of my business is still in real estate, but that was my first client was real estate realtors. It segued me into hotels very seamlessly, because I started partnering with clients, or clients started partnering with me who were in hotel residencies. So I started learning about residential and hotel residencies and developments, and then segueing into hotels. So it's really been like a seamless type of process. A lot of work, like, please, a lot of work, courage, all of that. However, it just came because I was already focusing and going in that direction. So number 3 is to continue to partner with clients who are, let's say, the top brokers in their area, have a very credible reputation in their area, their city, state, along with continuing to partner with clients who are senior level executive at real estate brokerages and hotels or hotel residencies. So for example, I was just saying like that it's very seamless for me to like intuitively understand how to market and understand my client, redefine their reputation, whether they're in real estate or hotels. And I'm also setting forth partnering with individuals who are the top brokers, who are credible. My client is typically 45 plus years old. So anywhere from 45 plus years old to 60 plus years old. So they have very much so a lot of experience in their industry, 10, 20, 30 plus years. So having a client who already has a solidified, let's say, in-person reputation, and they already have a large network, they are looking for someone like me because they have zero time. They understand that social media is important. However, it's not a priority for them to post themselves because they just have a lot more going on. So they're searching for someone like me who intuitively understands the behavior of technology well enough, and also their character, their personality, who they are in business, their goals, to merge that into a social media platform or a website, whatever their online desires and pursuits are. And just to really focus in on like more, like whether they're the vice president of a hotel or a hotel residency or the director of sales or marketing, also looking to position more so with that type of person. So top brokers in their area, as well as senior level executives in real estate and hotels, hotel residencies. There had to have been a 4th reason. But so 3 reasons I went is having a office presence, a collaborative working environment, a physical presence for me to travel back and forth with ease that also allows for more client travel on the East and West Coast, LA and Manhattan. Number 2 is speaking engagements. Yes, I'm getting really excited. So number 2 is speaking engagements at conferences and well-known opportunities. And number 3 is to continue partnering with clients who are the top brokers in their area, as well as senior level executives in residential, real estate, and hotels. And it's also like number 4, which really is the most important thing, but I started with these 3 just for the sake of giving you some detail. Number 4 is like my real purpose for owning my own business is to live a lifestyle of freedom and choice. And all 3 of those reasons were a choice, are a choice. That's what I'm choosing to do. After all this hard work, I'm really like still putting in like a really large amount of work ethic and continuing to put in a large amount of work ethic and courage and integrity and just growing my business in different ways. And like every single thing I do, even today, it is positioning me for that greatest purpose, those 4 reasons that I just spoke about. And just continuing to grow, redefining my reputation along with yours. So thank you for listening to this video today. I'm like really grateful that I finally put this out, because this is one that is a really special one to me, because it's kind of sharing my own personal journey with you and how it aligns with the current business that I have today, as well as projecting forward and really creating manifestations today. Because whatever your goals are or what you want to do, it's in your grasp right now. It's about visualizing it. It's about working towards it. It's about taking action. It's about having courage and integrity. Our clients have courage and integrity in their work. That's why they partner with my business. And it's fun too. So that's another reason why. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.